Hello fellow YouTubers, Trouble8385 here at YouTube Gaming Community number 67. You gotta pardon me today due to the fact that I have a stuffed up nose and a sore throat, still getting over being sick. I may be drinking from the coffee cup a lot more today. Now let's get to the reason why this video is late. So yesterday, Twitter and yesterday, and I actually now have a Facebook page, which I'll put the link below. And I'm going to do a video. I got the video together, and even though I'm not feeling good, I'm going to get the video done today, and then I'll have 3 days to get better and make the video on Friday. Well, as luck would have it, I go upstairs to tell my wife that I'm going to start filming, because I do that because her chair makes a lot of noise if she's moving around a lot when I film the video. And she was watching Dr. Mason on Netflix. She had 1 minute to go when I talked to her about it, and she didn't hear it, so she went back to watch that last minute, and the internet went down. And so I restarted the wireless router. It did no good. And then we called the company, and they said that their server in Oregon was causing the trouble. So their server in Oregon crashed their entire network, but it was up 12 hours later. So that's why we have a video today. Which is also why my other channel, I'll be doing a video on how much is the internet part of your life. Just something I was thinking of today since I didn't have no internet. So, we only have 2 news items to talk about today, excuse me. Oh, I hate being sick. First one is that Fleep2 now has Fleep2 gaming channel and lots of games, now has lots of games reviewed channel. So I'll put links to both those channels below. This video and the next couple after it, we have topics again, because people send me topics. Now, quick reminder to people out there, you can send me any topic. We'll do it with the community, YouTube gaming community, or gaming in general, and we'll talk about it, give my opinion. May like it, may not. Anyway, PN Royal decided to send me a question over Twitter, and it reads, you should do a video on people who send subscribers to your videos, then send a message asking for you to sub back to them. And I had another one kind of the same vein that I don't know the person's name because I couldn't find it again, where they had said to me that I should talk about people who put you on their checkout channel list and expect you to do the same thing. I'll tie these both together because my feeling that both are exactly the same. Either you subscribe to somebody's channel or the checkout channel list should be simply people you either like, you like their content, or you like what they do, or could become. You should not do it because someone makes you do it. They tell you you need to do it. Listen, if you want to put someone on your checkout channels because they were nice to put your checkout, that's all cool, right? That's cool if you want to do that. I would understand the reason why someone would want, hey, thanks buddy for putting me on the checkout channel list. I'm going to do the same. But it's like the sub thing. I really hate the sub thing that people get caught up in the community because it's almost like people want the most subs. They can put a tattoo on their butt, say I have the most subs. Because it really doesn't matter, right? Because if you look, as channels get bigger, the per sub watching your videos goes down. So, do you want more interaction? Or do you just want high numbers? You can go out and see a lot of sub farm channels that have a lot of subscribers but have very few views in their videos. There's one I know that's involved in the game community, some of you have heard before, has a lot of subscribers, that they have like over 100 other channels made up. When someone subs to them, they say this on the front of their page, I wish I could find it again so I could show it to you. And then you subscribe to them, and then every person you send to them, that's how many of those subscriber channels he has will sub back to your channel. It's just a sub farm channel to get subscribers. So, as much as I think it's cool that people want to subscribe to you, it's cool that people want to put you on a checkout channel list, well, they should expect you to do the same thing. It should you check it out and decide for yourself, okay, do I want to do that or not? Another thing I want to talk about real quickly. Lately when people would send me shout out videos, they've been telling me, I'm sorry I didn't shout you out in the video. And that's not the point. The point is you put people in that shout out video you think deserve to be shouted out. I shout your video, do not shout your video out based if I'm on it. I actually don't really care if I'm in the shout out video one way or the other. It's if you do a shout out video and I think it's cool, I'll shout it out. Doesn't matter who's in the shout out. A lot of people seem to have that notion. I just want to get that out of the way. So, let's get to videos to check out, shall we? First one is by Jill Poo 3, Nintendo Junkie Tuesday, episode 43. NoyJeetut. I know I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, even though I watch his videos all the time. Him and Jill Puthri were together in the same video. Really cool. Check that out. Next one is TheLastGamerTube. LastGamer Blog 001, showing his game room and what he's going to do. He has a really cool almost like 3 monitor, but 3 TV setup with a steering wheel and pedals, and he's running either 3 PS3s or 3 Xboxes to do it. Really check that setup out. It's really sweet. Next up is SailorHeman. Great, beautiful game gems add-on. Check that out. It's a really cool video with really cool stuff in it. Next up, OldSchoolNYCGamer Look, who you found on the big city. It is where he's out, where he lives at, and he happens to run into GameStreet 81. So you're interested? Check that out. Now talking about GameStreet 81. GameStreet 81 Arcade, PAX East 2011 arcade room. In this video, he shows you all the classic arcade machines that were there at PAX East and the vibe of the room. So if you're interested in that, check that video out. Next up is Hang with Chuck 1218. Original Xbox system and game collection. Excuse me, original Xbox system mod and game collection. Really cool this video because he shows you how he paints his Xbox and the colors he paints it. If you're interested, it's really cool. Next up, MaximumRD Open Tag, system you bought for one specific game. Console, handheld, or even computer you bought for one specific game. It's only 2 times I can remember in my gaming history that I ever bought a system for one specific game. Actually, let me rephrase that. Let me make that 3. I wanted the Atari 2600 because of Space Invaders. It was the first video game I ever played on a console. I wanted a Nintendo DS for New Super Mario Brothers. And I wanted a Super Nintendo for Super Mario World. All those games I actually really loved. That's the 3 systems I bought one specific game for. So next up is Bakeman 13 Unboxing Pure Solar Reprint Edition. If you want to see the difference between the regular edition that came out already and the reprint, check that video out. And next up is Donut 837 Giant Homemade Nintendo 3DS AR Cards, which AR stands for Augmented Reality. So what they do is they take a bunch of these cards, put them together, put it in front of a giant statue, get on several floors up in the building, use the 3DS, and show the me be just as big as the robot outside. It's really cool. You really need to check it out. Of the capability of this system with augmented reality. Next up is Jimmy, Super Mario Brothers theme song, a Capella cover. Really cool that he just did it with simple music and him singing all parts of the song. It's a really cool video, really cool song. And if you happen to see, if many of you have seen Asians in the Library, he also did a response video, which is really funny. A song to that video is really funny. Next up, Misterrite, Earthworm Jim, The Making Of. So if you want to see Playmates and the making of Earthworm Jim, check that video out. And next up is Murfad 83, Game Link Community Mario Kart Challenge, Mario Circuit 1. I set a challenge to the community on Mario Kart and have 3 attempts to beat my own time. So if you want to accept that challenge, make a video response. Next up is VinnieBlackLodge from ArcadeGameTable and CapsFan 1985. You got some really cool trade games from them. If you're interested, check that out. Next up is BenBuja, Just Cause 2, Bloopers, Glitches, and Silly Stuff 2. If you want to see, the glitches in the game and just some of the silly, crazy stuff you can do, check that video out. Next up is Hatatar Aro, Mid Animation Chrono Trigger, where he takes the mid animation and changes it for Chrono Trigger as music's playing. It's really cool. Next up, That Guy Who Games Won, Gaming Shoutouts #1. He shouts a bunch of cool people in this video. And last but not least for videos to check out, Wanga the Zombies, Tour of the New Room, work in progress. You want to see someone's game room in very early stages, it's got some really cool stuff in it, check that video out. Now, real quickly, let's go to advice this time, because this is something I think people should understand. And this is how to respond to comments on your channel or comments on your video. This is something that people, I think, get confused with, okay? You actually do not have to respond to the comments on your channel or the comments on your video. A lot of people feel guilty and they have to do that. I know I feel that way, even though with family and to get the videos out, I can't comment anything anymore because my messages have gone up, even though my comments stayed the same. But if you have the time and can do it, by all means, you should always interact with people who comment your video and watch your videos. It'll make the experience much more better for you and the people who watch your videos. But they should also understand, and a lot of people don't seem to understand that people seem to not have time all the time to answer the comments or to channel comments, that they either have to make a choice, make the videos or spend all my time answering all the comments. That is probably one of the harder things you're going to have to do when it comes to your channel. Balancing making your videos over answering your comments and messages. There's always a balance with your life, of course. There's always a balance. Do not get mad or expect people to answer every one of your comments. Now, don't get me wrong. If a person responds back and is a total a-hole about it, hey, I don't have time, man, you need to quit commenting, whatever it is, then by all means, you have every right to be upset at that person. But as always, try to interact with the people who watch your videos as much as possible, but at the same time, try to balance it out where that's not all you're doing, that either hurts your videos or it hurts your personal life, because that personal life is always more important than YouTube. Something that some people get out of perspective. But anyway, guys, that's all for this video. So, till the next video.